One of my big goals in Canada since I came in 1995 was to develop a Canadian expression of Islam, or Canadian Muslim culture, to say, because that's the only reality that is in front of us. We cannot live back home mentality in Canada. We have to realize that this is a new context, and in this new context we must come with new solutions for our community. We cannot transplant problems and solutions in Canada. Our kids need that more than anybody else, because for them the only culture that they know is Canadian culture. They are not in tune with back home cultures. For them there is only home culture, and that is the reason why I think this model is sustainable model for Canadian Muslims, or for Western Muslims in general. Otherwise, we would be always with one foot up in the air, wanting to go back home, while not really contributing our potential to the place where we live. And we are not going back home. We have started really talking about voting and elections, not just as a social responsibility, but as a religious responsibility. Because we do need to be part of the society and make an impact. Of course, there is a rigid approach to understanding of our living in the West, basically suggesting that this is not the abode of Islam. To me, actually, this is the abode of peace, the abode of security, safety, the abode of opportunities. And as I pointed out, if I wanted to go and live in a Muslim country, I've been able to. I purposefully chose not to, because I realize, and many of us who are here, we realize that I think I can do better with my faith and my life in Canada than I can do in any of these countries. And actually, honestly speaking, most of us became better Muslims in Canada than we were back home, for one simple reason: because of that freedom that we have. Freedom of choice, freedom of expression, freedom of being who you are. Once when you have all these ingredients met together, certainly, these interpretations sometimes from back home don't matter here. We do have to be faithful to the principles of our faith. There are principles in our faith that are unchangeable. We have to pray 5 times a day. We have to pray Jummah prayer on Friday, not on Sunday. So these are principles that are unchangeable. Of course, there are many principles that are changeable. There are many issues that are changeable. Is there any contradiction between me being loyal to God and being loyal to Canada? I don't think that there is a contradiction between these two loyalties. On the contrary, I think that they complement each other. So, better Muslim I am, better citizen I would be.